Welcome to 2021. I am convinced this year is going to be better than last year. I mean, how can it get worse? But I'm also convinced that it's not going to be easier in that sense. So the calendar has changed. But apart from that, things are very much the same, aren't they? I mean, we still face some serious challenges. That the pandemic has been a catalyst for all sorts of change that have been percolating and that have been emerging over time. And suddenly some of these have been accelerated, accentuated, and are now much more present in our lives. And that has to do with something completely different in my view. That as a society, we have moved from a world that was complicated to a world that is now complex. In a complicated world, you can consult experts, you can research, you can do all sorts of stuff. And if you do that well enough or thoroughly enough, you're going to find the right answers. When we operate in a complex world, there are no longer any right answers. We don't really know what works. We don't really know what's going to happen next. And more important than anything else, I think, is that we probably don't agree on what it is that's needed, what it is that's going to fix it, what it is that's going to happen. We don't even agree what the problem is. And that's the nature of complexity. Sometimes I like to joke when people ask me, so what is actually the difference between complicated and complex? And so the fast and dirty explanation on that is that complicated is a computer. You take the lid off a computer and you look into it and you go, uh-oh. But you can figure it out. Complexity, on the other hand, is a bowl of spaghetti. You look at it and you wonder, where does that strand go? And what happens if I pull this strand? And then you try and you pull a strand and then you think you figure it out, but then somebody takes a spoonful and now the whole picture's changed and the rule that you just invented for yourself about how spaghetti works no longer works. So how do you deal with complexity? Well, there's actually only one way forward, and that is that you need to have courage. You need a hell of a lot of courage to deal with complexity, because the only way forward is to do something. You have to take the first step, you have to take action, you have to try something, and very often you're going to do something that doesn't work. That's why it requires courage. And so the big danger for all of us just now is that we sort of sink into some kind of passivity where we hope things are going to get better. But I don't think things are going to get better. I don't think things are going to get worse in that sense. I think that things are what things are, and we need to find the courage to work through them. So where do you find the courage, you might be thinking? Well, that's what I think I can help you with. You see, I have developed an approach to working with that in a very simple and easy way that I think you might be inspired by. And so I've created a little page with a couple of videos and explanations where I explain how I do that. And in the comments under this video, I will put a link to that page and you can have a look and you can explore it and see whether you agree with me or whether you feel that this could be something that would be worth exploring for you. And I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye for now.